what is the biggest thing you're trying to clean up right now?
Oh, clean up.
Or fix, or...
Yeah, so there are kind of two issues right now that are a big deal in the port to us. Number one, I mentioned how 26 years ago there was a bunch of Superfund sites designated in Commencement Bay. Those are basically specific locations that have a lot of pollution from a business or a spill or something like that. And one of the original 8 Superfund sites, the cleanup process has been very, very slow. It's been going for literally decades, and right now we're in a really critical stage. It's called the Occidental Chemical Cleanup. It's from a chemical manufacturing plant called Occidental. They were on the mouth of the Hylobos waterway, which is on the far eastern side of the port. And right now is the stage in their cleanup process where public officials in the Department of Ecology are deciding what the cleanup will do. So they're deciding how much they intend to clean up, what methods they will use to do it, really what the scope of the cleanup will be. So if the public engages now, we can get a stronger, more aggressive cleanup plan. If we don't engage, the cleanup might only clean up 40% of the problem, and that leaves a lot of toxic junk in the ground. So that's a really big deal. There's an opportunity for the public to submit official comments to Ecology about that. And we just passed the deadline, but the deadline was extended for a couple months, so we're getting people involved in the Occidental chemical cleanup.
How can the community help clean up the chemical plume?
Well, there are specific ways to get involved for each issue. So for the Occidental chemical cleanup, for example, one of the best ways to get involved is to submit what's called a public comment. So it's a formal letter that you send in, or an email you send in, saying, I'm a member of this community, here are things that I think you should consider when making your decision, whatever the decision is, whether it's to clean a site or not, or how to clean it, or should a project be permitted or not permitted. And those really matter. In many ways, that's a much more effective strategy than going to a protest and waving around a sign, because when Ecology gets those comments, they're legally required to what's called meaningfully consider them. They either need to do what you say, or they need to explain why they don't need to do that thing. So you're actually really using the system to create change. So that's a great opportunity.